Have you just gone live with a pen in your mouth?
Yep.
Yep. She went live with a pen in her mouth. I went live with a mug in my mouth. It's good. Good stuff.
I am a professional. And not only that, but I risked putting it in in first. I can speak English.
Should we
I'm
need to
doing
start
really
again?
well. No. Oh.
Dear me.
Someone like messaged me the other day and was just like, your videos are like so well edited and so well put together, and I'm like, you have no idea the sheer amount of shit that I cut out. Like, I put some of it in the bloopers at the end, but there's so many times when I'm like like nothing comes out of my face for about 5 minutes, and then obviously, Faye, you'd said that you love how intense I am when I tell you to have a nice day. Yeah. And I've realised it's because by the time I get to the end of the video, I'm so done with my own shit that I'm just like, have a nice day. Like,
she's really aggressive. It's like, you're going to have a really fucking nice day, all right?
Yeah.
Have a nice day or don't have a day at all. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Brilliant. I love that.
Well, welcome back to Drunk, Stoned and Stupid.
Yeah.
Which is good, let's be honest. The characters, it's us.
Yeah.
We are now Drunk, Stoned and Stupid.
I was thinking earlier, I was like, which one? And I was like, I'm always the one that's drinking, so I'm clearly...
Yeah, so you're drunk.
Yeah. You're drunk.
So who's stoned and stupid?
Can I be stupid? Because, like, I'm probably the only person that has never even come close to even trying a drug.
I've literally, like, other than prescribed, I'm so boring.
Yeah. Either of you smoke? Like...
Nope. We can both be stupid. It's fine.
Yeah. I don't even know if you've done that, because you knew that Africa was a continent. So
that's true. Throwback.
So it's all Sian.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all of them. Like, I don't
know. Hannah is the one with Ladette in her name, though, which is like characteristic of just like chugging beer, essentially. Yeah. So
that's how I roll.
I'll just sit here and judge you both, you know. Wise I am.
Wise I
am. Brilliant.
Amazing.
This is not going to stay on long. It's going to get itchy.
I was going to say, is it not really warm?
It's actually quite cold out. It's raining here, so it's not too bad. And I don't have central heating.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. It was windy today, but it's not cold. It's not too bad today. It's been really hot all weekend.
Yeah. Disgustingly hot.
Ugh. I'm not a fan of sun anyway.
And you're in England where it's warm.
Yeah. Crazy.
That's my sister.
She doesn't look good. But I think she means you guys. Okay, so usually when we do Drunk, Stoned and Stupid, I set out the characters of whichever franchise we're looking at into 3 groups, which is bronze, silver and gold. This time, because we're doing Star Wars and there's so many goddamn films, I've just put all of the characters into a basket so that we can then pick out, I'll pick out which characters are going to go in the bronze, silver and gold, and then we'll have characters. Yeah, you can pretend if you like.
I choose this one.
What a twist it would be if we just showed up on your side of the screen.
The Yoda hat is getting some serious love, which is great.
It is great. It is great.
I'm glad to be of service.
What I have done is I've put in characters like Luke Skywalker, who has a young version and an old version. I have put young and old. And for like Princess Leia, there's Princess Leia, General Organa young, and General Organa old. Because I feel like those are very different stages of her life. Yeah. We've also got Darth Vader and Anakin Skywalker. But for the Anakin Skywalker, it's going to be that moody teenager version, because I don't think we should be getting kids drunk. So
no. Leave the child alone.
Also, the more we can pretend that he's not in the Phantom Menace, the better. So.
Yeah, that would also be great.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do you guys have like a favorite trilogy? Is that even...
I do really like the prequels. Like I really enjoy them. I think they're great.
I like the prequels because they got me into Star Wars. Because no one showed me them when I was a kid, so I watched the prequels first.
I did watch the originals first at my uncle's house, and I remember vividly got on video, and he'd kind of like put me up there to keep me quiet, I think. And I remember coming down and being like, "Did you know that Darth Vader is Luke's dad?" And he was just like, "Yeah, Sean, I did know that." And I was like, I had no idea. And then I'd go up and watch some more.
Yeah.
So that was special.
Yeah, for me, the original 3, they were the New Hope and Revenge of the Sith and Never-Ending Story. Those are the only videos those are the only 3 videos my nan had that were suitable for children. Like, she had loads of like adult films at the risk of, like, she had all kinds of like videos and stuff, but like those are the only 3 that I recognized, so I would just watch those on repeat. But for Phantom Menace, I went on a date with this boy, and he brought his entire family. So for a really long time, I hated the prequels just because I just associated him with like those films with like a very traumatic time in my childhood.
That's so funny. That's so funny.
But yeah, so for me, it's the original 3 are the best. I do really, really like The Last Jedi. And I know it's the most controversial of all of the films because it has really split the room. People either love it or fucking hate it.
I do I did not like The Last Jedi at the time, but I was saying to one of my mates the other day, Jack, that like actually I think over time I've come to like it a lot more than I liked fucking Rise of Skywalker. So
yeah, Rise of Skywalker's unanimously probably the biggest letdown.
Yeah.
I do like The Force Awakens a lot more than I like The Last Jedi. It's the one that feels more like Star Wars. It's like with The Last Jedi, it's like why do we need fuel as a concept? It's never been an issue ever in all of Star Wars. Why is it suddenly a problem now?
Yeah.
Have you ever watched a Star Wars film? Right.
Yeah. It was just and I just feel like they were trying really, really hard to kind of win back people they thought they had lost with The Last Jedi. And rather than do what The Last Jedi was trying to do, which is create a new story in a franchise that is decades old, and therefore people expect certain things from it, to just create like the new element of that, I think they just it was just so paint by numbers, and the pacing just felt really weird to me, and I just didn't enjoy it. Like, there were elements of it that I enjoyed, but like I walked out just being like, I have no idea how I feel about that film. Like, I don't love it or hate it. It was just meh, and I don't want to spend money on a film that is meh. That's not
I do
ideal.
feel like, just in terms of world building though, it was a better sort of like middle of a trilogy than like it would have been, I think, if Abrams was doing it, because like I was saying the other day, I like the idea of Rey's parents being no one, and that she wasn't picked because it was destiny. She was picked because it was just sheer fate, because as someone rose on the dark side, someone else had to rise in the Force. So like I liked that it was just a manifestation of balance, and she was that manifestation, and it wasn't anything special. It was just that's who she was now. And you could come from nothing and still be like somebody who can change everything. And I liked that, like a little bit at the end, the little boy with the broom. So like there's still glimmers of hope even in a universe that's being controlled by the First Order. There's still light. There's still Jedi. There's still the Force. Like, it's not abandoned anybody. It's just quiet. And I like that sort of message of hope sort of on both sides. And then we get Rise of Skywalker, where it's like, nope, she's a Palpatine, she's the last one.
Well, they shit on that twice, don't they? Because it's not just the fact that she's a Palpatine, but it's at the end she chooses the name Skywalker, and the idea that it's her rising is kind of, you know, the whole point of the film. But actually, that bothered me because I knew Kylo Ren was never going to get the redemption arc that he should have got. He was always going to get the Disney redemption arc, which is either you don't get a redemption at all and you're just evil throughout, or you do get the redemption you deserve through death. Because if you like any Disney, it's always the same. If they're evil, 2 out of 3 films, they have to die at the end. And it was almost, they were like, well, Darth Vader died at the end because he was a bad person or whatever. And it's like, Kylo Ren has done worse things on screen.
He's killed people. Like, you can't kill people. I mean, but like somebody made the argument that he doesn't kill any named characters, but we also understand that like stormtroopers are indoctrinated at birth, and like he goes around just happily killing whoever. So like ordering hundreds of civilian deaths. I don't think you can come back from that. Hey, cat.
He's like, I wasn't in the center screen, so I want to be center of attention. Honestly, hello, baby. Yes.
The only thing is that The Last Jedi, it nearly did loads of things, and then at the end chickened out and was like, do you know what? No.
Yeah. But like, Rise of Skywalker didn't even try. It was just like, we're just going to play chicken the entire time.
Yeah.
Let me undo everything that Ryan did, basically.
Yeah, basically.
So I find the franchise generally very disappointing, the last 2 films especially. I thought that The Force Awakens was just let's clue in some kids on what Star Wars feels like, and that's all.
Yeah.
But I did enjoy that because it's like, well, you're bringing back the right feeling.
Yeah.
So if it had gone the right way, it would have been a great setup movie.
Yeah.
But it just didn't go the right way for me. And then, like I said, The Last Jedi, it was nearly something wholly unique and wholly new. And in the end, it just didn't do any of it.
No.
Yeah.
And that was just really disappointing.
It would have been really interesting for me if at the end, when Kylo Ren is like, join me and, we'll rule the universe, whatever, if Rey had actually taken him up, because that would have been the exact opposite of how Luke responds when he's given that opportunity by Palpatine. And then to spend the last film kind of looking at, is she able to kind of bring him back, or does she kind of go into that? Would have been more interesting to me, because I think we always get this whole good will always triumph over evil thing because of Disney, but actually Star Wars, it has always been about balance, and there was always going to be that element of it. So kind of seeing balance, but actually seeing that sometimes with balance you have to like work with the bad as well. That would have been really, really interesting to me, but there was no way that was going to happen. And I think that's the thing, is like
with that concept, I actually really wanted her to take him up on the offer, and then neither of them be Sith or Jedi.
Yeah. Like find that grey, and because there's so much canon about grey Force users that aren't Jedi or Sith, but there's nothing in the films. So, and I think because there's such a massive gap between in time between when the prequels came out and when the sequels came out, that actually there is so much canon that an audience going into the film knowing what it is going to have so much higher expectations than an audience going in that's never tried it before. And an audience that's never tried it before doesn't know any different. So if you give them a brand new story, it really doesn't matter. And I don't know. But I mean, I don't know enough about like film theory or kind of like the plot structure of films to kind of go into what very, very specifically I would want different. Just that I really enjoyed the first 2 films. The third one was disappointing. The prequels I can appreciate more now that those 3 films have come out, which is something I didn't think would ever happen because I hated them when they first came out.
I was giggling over Darth Jar Jar. It's fucking brilliant. I think that it would have been interesting to see Rey join forces with Kylo, but I didn't personally feel like they had any chemistry at all. So then when they have the awful, don't you make that face, Faye? Like she literally has more chemistry with BB-8 than she has with Kylo Ren, and I would argue that BB-8 has exactly the same amount of personality as Kylo Ren does. So.
You're coming for my future husband there, Sian, and I'm not okay with
it. You guys fell out.
Kylo Ren is
we did.
Of the entire series of that trilogy, Kylo Ren is undoubtedly my favorite character.
Really?
I really liked his character. I liked the fact that that thing is for me. because it is, I just really like the fact that that was the epitome of what the Sith is they really lean into, I mean, if you think about like Anakin in the third film of his trilogy, and the fact that he just leans so heavily into his emotions and how much power he can draw from just being angry and emotional and shit like that. I think actually Kylo is the epitome of that. But he's not even trying to hide it. He's not been at any point told to repress that. And therefore no one is surprised that he's throwing a tantrum and he's carving stuff up. My favourite bit is when he's like throwing that tantrum and he's like hacking away at that computer, and the two stormtroopers like walk in and just walk out again and just like nope, like they're not even surprised.
That's part of it, is that his anger is played for laughs. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, at least with Anakin, he's got a lot to be angry about. Like, his mom gets murdered and he's got no other family, and then he finds out that this woman that he loves
kill Kylo. I feel like that kind of justifies.
No, but like, what happened before that? Like, oh, he had an idyllic childhood with Leia and Han Solo, and was like the prodigal son that everybody loved and had all this promise, and then he goes away to special Jedi training school, and then acts like a dickhead, and Luke overreacts, and now he's all of a sudden on the dark side. Like,
right? If your loving family comprised of your dad, your mom, and your uncle all really, really love you to pieces,
and a Wookiee,
all of a sudden one of them's gonna kill you because they had a vision, you would be like, what? I can't trust anyone.
Yeah. Oh, why wouldn't you just be like, Mom, your brother tried to like kill me a bit, and she'd be like, all right, son, let me settle this. Like, I can't, like, Han Solo isn't gonna, like, he's never been the kind of character who would be like, I'll allow this. So I just don't accept that that's enough of a reason to turn to the dark side and start idolizing your weirdo granddad who redeemed himself in the end anyway. And like, if the lesson that you got from Darth Vader's arc isn't that good should triumph and no one's unforgivable, then like, you can keep your bratty little temper tantrums in the stormtrooper base. Like, I just don't like him, guys. I don't like him.
That's fine. You're allowed to dislike people. That's cool. I find it really frustrating that everyone has to be related to everyone else. Why does Kylo Ren need to be their son anyway? What does that actually, other than...
Harrison Ford could die. He wanted to die as of the second film.
Yeah, he didn't need to be in that film at all. It could have been so far in the future that Luke Skywalker and like General Organa are just like mythic legends. It could have been so far in the future that actually the First Order has become the First Order because those names are now just legends, and actually being able to invoke those legends. My cat just bit me out of for no fucking reason. I'm not even touching him. He's just sat on my lap and he just bit me.
I'm glad it's not Corvo this time. They're all space hillbillies, like they are. They're all just fucking each other. And like,
it's just,
the awful bit of that is that somebody had sex with weirdo shriveled worm.
I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it.
It's wrong. It's wrong.
No.
It's so wrong.
No, thank you.
Grim.
No, don't like it. Don't like it.
I mean, I get it, like different strokes for different folks, but like that's
no.
That's inexcusable. It's wrong. It's gross. Don't do it.
Right, can we talk about something completely different? We're 20 minutes in and we haven't actually pulled out a name yet. Okay.
Is there anybody from Rogue One in the basket, or have you left out?
No, so I've not included Han Solo's story or Rogue One, mainly because every time I talk about Rogue One, I lose friends. So I thought it's best not to bring it up. So, okay, our first character is Yoda.
Uh-huh.
So this is for the first round. So we've got Yoda.
Yeah, we've got repping Yoda in the middle. If we get Padme now, we're nearly at a hat trick.
We've got Rey, the most beige character that ever existed.
She is beige.
We've got Rose Tico.
Uh-huh.
Who I don't dislike. I like Rose. I think having her kiss Finn at the end was a waste of fucking time. But
it wasn't even just the kiss, just her depriving him of a beautiful, worthy death that would have helped save everybody.
Yeah,
different
but if you
Snokes for different folks. Oh my god, it is different Snokes. A whole vat of Snokes.
Love
traumatic.
Rose Teacup is a completely different film.
We've got Princess Leia. So this is very, very beginning Princess.
So no, I've heard of Princess.
Yeah. And the last one is Qui-Gon Jinn.
There we go. I didn't dislike Rose. Like, Rose as a character was fine. Just what they did with her with the plot, I didn't really like.
Yeah, I just thought it was really disappointing. And the fact that she's only, I think they timed how long she's actually on screen for in the final film, and it's like 1 minute 34.
Yeah, she's not allowed outside.
It's a fucking joke, an absolute fucking joke.
I think there's clearly quite a lot of sort of tension between, is it Ryan Johnson? Is that his name? And like where he was just like, oh, I'm just going to eviscerate that entire character. Actually, she's not allowed out now, and she gets 2 minutes of screen time. So she doesn't even interact with Rey.
No. Anyway,
the line that most irks me still is Rey. I need to tell you something.
Okay.
If there's anything. Why?
Pardon?
Why would Finn nearly tell her something?
Oh, yeah. So there's loads of theories that it's about his ability to use the Force, and then because he shows
clearly not.
But it's like, not. Yeah, I know.
It's not coded that way at all. Otherwise, why would, when Poe is like, what were you going to say to her? And he's like, oh, nothing. I wasn't going to say nothing. I wasn't going to say anything. What's that over there? Like,
what's that over there?
Like, oh, stormtroopers.
Okay, right. First one then. Goes on an elaborate journey just to use a hot tub. Who out of those 5 is going to go out of their way to find a hot tub?
I feel like it's Rey. She goes out of her way to do everything.
Yeah. Everything she does has to include some epic journey.
The hot tub of destiny. Somebody's like, your parents once used a hot tub, and she's like, well, I have to go. I have to leave.
Yeah, just everything's a fucking mission to her. Yes. Yeah. And she has to do it on her own.
Yeah, she can't go with friends, even though hot tubs are for more than one person.
Yeah. I hate her so much. I really shouldn't. Like, she's done nothing wrong. I just hate her so much.
I feel like it's important to say as well, like, Daisy Ridley isn't doing a bad job. Like, she's a good actress, I think, and I think she's got a lot of charisma as a human. And I feel like this role was like, and I'm not even going to say it wasn't right for her. I don't feel like there's anyone who could have pulled it off. Like, you can, if you're given a Magnolia character, it doesn't matter how good of an actress you are. So I feel like just for the sake of transparency, no one's saying Daisy Ridley did a bad job.
No, not at all.
Script.
Well, have either of you guys seen Twilight?
I've seen the first one reluctantly.
Yeah. So Kirsten Stewart is not a bad actress at all. Like, I've seen her in quite a few things, and I think she's got incredible range. But Bella Swan, there's nothing there. Like, most vacant character that ever.
That character is unsalvageable.
Yeah.
Cast Meryl Streep in that role and she wouldn't succeed.
Meryl Streep, what a fucking scenario!
I'd pay good money to see Meryl Streep play that role. I'd pay good money.
Meryl Streep and Clint Eastwood.
Oh my god!
What have we got? Like Twilight: The Golden Years.
Oh, I laughed so hard I scared my cat.
That'd be good.
I've upset the cat. My laugh was too loud. Oh, he's tearing up my carpet now. Okay, let's move on to the second one. Right. Would go out if they didn't have to get up.
Qui-Gon?
No, he's got moxie. Qui-Gon's
I'd say Yoda, because let's be honest, he's so wise now that he doesn't have to leave the comfort of his sofa if he doesn't have to.
In fairness, in the prequels, doesn't he literally go everywhere by like floating on a pillow? And it's only like when things get really serious that you see him using his feet. Yeah. And that's when he's young. And then he gets Luke to carry him. in the original trilogy. So I feel like that's probably Yoda.
Yeah, Yoda for
He's only
sure.
got little legs.
He's only got little legs.
Yeah, touche.
Are we doing this to 5 or to 7, by the way? Because we did it to 5
we'll
last
see
time.
how. I feel like the Gon even tells Lucas to fuck off. I love the idea of just calling Qui-Gon Jinn the Gon.
The Gon.
Brilliant. What I was going to say, I feel like what we did last time worked well, where we just kind of see where they're at when we get to like 3, and if someone's clearly in the lead, then we just do it to 5. But if it's very close, then we can maybe do it a bit further.
Sounds good. Okay. Is a craft beer snob.
That's Qui-Gon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not only that, but he's going to, make sure that you get him the right beer.
Yeah.
He's also not paying for that beer. That beer is on the house.
Yeah, it's not too much trouble to go into the depths of the cellar for 20 minutes and find me the pale ale that's from Boston that I specifically asked for.
That I have requested many times.
Yeah.
Why is manipulation in the form of a window wiper?
I don't know, but I really enjoy it. I imagine it kind of like a screen that they're just like that. Do you know what I mean?
They dropped that in the sequels, didn't they? Like Rey just says things and people do it.
Yeah.
Because
this is stupid. Doing this.
Listen, how else is George Lucas going to illustrate to children that some form of telekinesis, telepathy, whatever is happening if there isn't a physical gesture? It's like that thing where someone's nose bleeds if there's something going wrong in their brain, like in Stranger Things, where it's like, she's got psychic powers, better have a nosebleed now. Like, so stupid. Like,
I'd really love it if someone did like parody versions of that, where it's like, if you've got...
I love that.
So true. That's so true.
Yeah, I really want someone to do a mock version of like telekinetic powers or whatever. It's like, with an eyebrow twitch or something instead. It'd just be brilliant. It's like, no, I'm not going to do some sort of like majestic gesture. Just,
Isn't there a kids show where somebody does it by like wiggling the end of their nose? Like,
it's Bewitched.
Yeah, Bewitched.
Yeah, anytime. Yeah. I can't do it. But yeah, she wiggles the very, very end of her nose whenever she does magic. But then you've got, X-Men doing the classic.
I need to hold my brain.
James McAvoy, where it's like everyone else is just running around fighting, and I'm just sort of through the entire movie.
If it was me,
every scenario, everybody else is up doing things, and I have to have a good hard think about it.
If you were going to create a magical gesture then, so that you could control people, what would yours be? Because mine at 100% would be this.
What's this, like jazz hands but rain?
Yeah, but you've got to do the intense stare as well. This doesn't work.
Charades.
What is this? You?
It's charades when someone gets it right.
Oh, is that what you do? Oh, yeah. I've been playing charades wrong my whole life. I just go, oh, well done, mate. Oh, nice one. or if we've gotten very competitive, then I'll be like, fuck you twats, we got it right.
Like... We need to do a StreamYard charades sometime. I think that would be hilarious. If there of us playing charades, I think it would be brilliant. But anyway. Okay, back to this then. Okay. Is incapable of being on time.
I feel like there's probably canonical evidence to support one of these.
Yeah, probably.
I'm missing 2. So I've got Rose, Rey. No, I'm missing 1. Yoda, Qui-Gon.
And Princess Leia.
Leia. Right, okay.
I feel like she's probably got timekeeping issues.
No, I reckon not only is she on time, but she's slightly early so that she can scowl at you when you rock up late.
Oh, she's an Aquarius.
Timed it perfect.
Say that again?
She won't be too early, so she looks desperate. Just like a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
She just wants to see if you're late, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Change the clock in the room.
Yeah. I reckon Rose Tico is late. I reckon Rose Tico doesn't know when to be on time because she's too busy thinking about 100 different things, engine related things. She's the mechanic. She's kind of
sabotaging somebody else's destiny kind of thing.
Yeah, just like that. That was such like a tea sip as well. You're like,
you need the finger next time, all right? You need the little finger sticking up so that you can.
mm-hmm. I like
Speaking
that.
of like a Star Wars Lord of the Rings, that is true. I was trying to think like, oh, maybe I should say Padme thing, seeing as I couldn't get like the elaborate headdress. There's no way I'm crafting that in the current climate. So I was like, maybe I should just say Padme things. And all I could think of for Padme was, "Tell me, where is Gandalf? I much desire to speak with him." And I was like, that's not Padme at all. So that's just like really like in my head, these two characters have become the same, where they're both just sort of stoic and like, oh, so.
She mainly just says, "Hello, Annie." That's it. That's mainly her line, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've missed you, Annie.
My heart.
Yeah. It has got to the point though, like
deaths ever.
It's the dramatic pause before he says, "Liars!" Why is there such a pause? Such a long pause. Anyway. My brother and I do that
like
together.
That film. I really like that film. Like
it's grown on me.
I cried last time I watched it.
I just don't like how she dies. It's awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awful. At least she's got Obi-Wan with her.
Okay, the next one
I can think of worse ways to go than with Ewan McGregor by your side. So
I don't know, but she's kind of also bleeding to death from having sprogs. So
we don't know that.
Yeah,
I've had kids. I know it doesn't.
So grim.
Yeah, they're force babies. They levitate out the belly button.
Yes.
Has only drunk game.
Yeah, only has drunk game, so they can only flirt when they're drunk. Yeah.
Qui-Gon.
No.
Qui-Gon's got loads of game. Like if Qui-Gon wants, like he's a sexy guy.
He doesn't even need to use Jedi mind tricks.
I don't think he'd come out of his shell unless he was drunk. I don't think he'd flirt with someone unless he was drunk.
No, but I don't think he'd need to. Like for me, it's not about like game isn't necessarily something you think you have. You just effortlessly have it. So like if you're like chatting to someone and someone's like, oh, they've got game because they're just flirting like easily. Yeah. Whereas I've got 0 game, so I'm just like,
I'll trust you guys.
You know.
I feel like Qui-Gon is like, I mean, he's got the advantage of being Liam Neeson for one thing. So yeah, like I feel he's got no problem at all. I feel like it's probably Rey.
Yeah, she's got no game. But I feel like a drunk Rey would be funny.
Yeah, drunk Rey would be a laugh, I reckon.
Really?
Yeah. Well, she's got no personality sober, so I reckon it all comes out when she's drunk.
Yeah, she's just like, Finn, you twat, stop calling my name all the time. What do you want me to do?
Stop trying to hold my hand.
Lucas directs through a Starbucks cup. Theory. What, like one of the old-timey directors where they've got like a megaphone and it's like, stop that.
Stop that. That's the exact phrase directors use. Stop that.
I did screenwriting for 3 years, you know, and that's what I've taken away from that.
Okay. Would drive 3+ hours in the hopes of hooking up.
Okay.
So who's going to drive for 3 hours on the opportunity that they might have sex?
I feel like that's Rose because she literally throws her whole vessel into another guy's vessel, which could potentially kill both of them, just so that she can have a cheeky snog. So I feel like out of everybody, she's the most desperate for the D. Like,
yeah, fair enough.
She'd meet you outside Morrison's.
Tico, desperate for the D.
Yeah, she'd meet you outside of Morrison's at like 2:00 in the morning if you told her to go there. Like, if she thought that she could get a whiff of dick, that's what she would do.
Why are you throwing Morrison's under the bus here? Morrison's is a great supermarket.
Why is sex like so like smell orientated to you, Sean? Why is
You're always talking about getting a whiff.
It was sniff last time.
Oh, okay. Sniff and whiff are very, very similar, though.
Alright, I should have said crumb. She'd have gone and stood outside Morrison's at 2 o'clock in the morning for a crumb of dick.
A crumb of dick.
How?
I don't know. Ask Rose Tycho. Like, I don't know.
Okay.
Or is this separate hunt for D? A separate stuff. Brilliant.
I'm just making a note of those ones. Okay. The next one would steal a street sign.
I don't know. Yoda, I reckon. He's a cheeky cat.
Put it on his head. And
Yeah,
he's
like you'd just be driving home from somewhere, and then all of a sudden, when you get out of the car, there's a stop sign, and you're like, "Where's that come from? How did that get here?" And he's just like, "No, I do not." Like,
yeah, I like that.
I can't imagine him driving a car though. He hasn't got legs.
No, he doesn't drive it. He's driven. Yoda's born to be a passenger.
He's driven.
Yeah, there's no cars that are suitable for Yoda's little body.
Steering wheel.
More like the steering wheel. Like.
Okay, uses dude as both a statement and a question.
This is very similar to the bro question from last time, where it was like, that's like, yeah, definitely, absolutely. I didn't do that. Well, that means you did.
Who would use dude?
I feel like that's a Rose thing.
Really? I was going to say Ray. I get the impression that Ray because she hasn't...
Like, that's unquestionable.
Yeah, and I feel like Rose has grown up with her sister as well, so there would have been some kind of, like, socialization there where, like, Ray just wouldn't have had that. So her vocabulary is not going to be as extensive, is my theory. Therefore, you know, dude is just...
Space truckers. Vocabulary.
Huh?
It's not like siblings tend to expand each other's vocabulary very much.
That's not. They do. Like,
yeah, they do.
I feel like I've picked up lots of words from my sisters, and they've picked up words from me. I picked up yeet from my little brother. Like, I'd never heard that word before. He was 14 years younger than me, and he was like, "Oh, you're gonna yeet that over there?" And I was like, "What does this mean?"
Have you seen the video that comes from?
No.
So basically, this girl gets handed a can of cola, and she literally just goes, "This can is empty!" Yeet! And just as she throws it, she makes that noise, and you just watch this can like sail across a whole bunch of people's heads, like down a busy corridor. So that's why to yeet something is to throw it a long distance.
Yeah, it's funny. I love it. I love all these new words. Like, I did something really well the other day, like before the cafe closed. I made like a pretty good breakfast or something with one of like the 17-year-old lads in there, and he was like, "That looks all right, that does, Shan." And I was like, "Would you say that it slaps?" And he was like, "Yeah."
Oh,
yeah, I definitely think grandma.
I love that. Would you say that it slaps?
It just slap. I made scrambled eggs that slap. Like, there we go. Call me.
Excellent. Okay, so we're going for Ray or Rose?
I would say Rose. I feel like Ray's only hung out with space truckers, and Rose is like
a dude.
Dude.
I feel, yeah. Why wouldn't you?
I don't know. I just see it as a Ray thing, but I'll go with you guys. So we'll go with Rose. Okay, next one is brags about not using a chaser.
Wait, what's a chaser?
Using a chaser?
Yeah, so a chaser is, so like, say for example you do a shot and then you have like a drink or something else afterwards.
Do you have to, is that using a chaser? Is that having a chaser?
Yeah, I guess, well, yeah, if you have to use it because you can't stand doing a shot on its own.
Right, okay.
I'm assuming that's the context of it.
I feel like it's a Qui-Gon thing.
Yeah.
That's why
I love that. I love that. His sister can verify.
Yeah. Oh, she looks beautiful in that picture.
Very cute.
Yeah. We've got a very good looking fam.
Okay, so who is most likely to
Qui-Gon? That's Qui-Gon's my bet. I feel like he's maybe a bit braggadocious. The Gon, when he's had a couple of drinks, he's like the Gon the chaser.
Yeah, I agree.
I can't see Leia holding a drink very well.
No, and I can't see Leia caring enough.
General Organa will drink you under the table. She's been with Han Solo for a while, but
yeah,
yeah, but she's not going to brag. Princess Leia's not going to brag that she doesn't need a chaser. She just either isn't going to need a chaser or isn't going to be drinking.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. I don't know. I see that she's like, so she's already necked back a few, so she's like a bit on the rougher side, and then to top it off, she's really proud, and she's not going to want to tell people she's drunk. So then, brag about not needing a chaser when she actually needs one.
While she's vomiting in her teeth. I don't need it. I don't need it. That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't need it.
It's like, I'm fine to drive, officer. It's my favorite. Like, I can see that.
And why you're in the back seat? I don't know.
My favorite drunk story that isn't mine. My parents went to a house party when they were like in their early 20s, and my mum drove. And then there was a girl there that she didn't like at this party, so my mum decided to down an entire bottle of wine, like an absolute hero.
Why wouldn't you? Oh, I don't like you. That's an excuse.
Yeah. So she got into her car, and my dad, who was expecting to be the person drinking the wine and having a good night, had to be the sober one. And my mum got into her car and started screaming and effing and blinding because someone had stolen her steering wheel, and she got really
got
fucked
on
up about it.
Side.
Yeah, she got on the passenger side. Yeah, of course she did. And my dad was just like, ugh, like this is before they're married. Like this is like when they're dating or whatever. He's just
and
like,
that was when he fell in love.
Yeah, that was the moment he knew.
I love that it wasn't. I think that's absolutely perfect because you get in the car and you're not even like, oh shit, I've gotten in the wrong side of the car. Everything's where it should be. Someone stolen my steering wheel and everything that it's attached to. They turned it into a glove box.
Yeah, I know. But like the way she touched it, I was convinced. I was so sure that I was convinced. And Dad was like, yeah, of course you fucking were. Like you've just been sickled down someone's house. Like
I have the mental image of her suddenly being like, everything is gone. Why do I keep punching a door where the gear stick should be?
Yeah, exactly. Idiot child. Okay. Okay. Next one. Gives 0 fucks. I feel like that's either Yoda. Yeah. I was gonna say it's either Qui-Gon or Yoda. Yeah, for sure.
I feel like Yoda definitely gives less fucks than Qui-Gon gives. Like, I feel like Qui-Gon still gives a bit of a shit.
See, I would argue the other way around because I feel like they literally say in some of the prequels that he rebels against like certain things, and that's why he's not on the council, whereas Yoda is on the council. So I feel like he has a lot of responsibility, therefore has slightly more fucks than Qui-Gon, whereas Qui-Gon's like, and because I think they reference it in the most recent films as well, they talk about how someone had an impact on something, or I can't remember how they do it, but essentially they talk about how he is able to kind of share his like Force ghost with people from both sides. Qui-Gon, I think, because he was able to, I don't know, he did something, I can't remember how they worded it. I'm not nerdy enough, but
being like a grey Jedi that you get in the films.
Yeah.
Like he's not like full-fledged Jedi, because like he should have been on the council in terms of how long he served, but he constantly was disobeying the rules. So disobeying the rules, like, and also he just stood up to them a lot. It's like
I feel like that's still indicative of giving more of a shit, because if you care enough that you're gonna actively go against your own like well-being and progression, if something's so important to you that you'd be like, no, it's more important to me to do the right thing than get on this council with fucking Mace Windu. Like, then, like I would still argue that that's giving more of a crap than if you're like, I'm going to do everything by the rules. Like, it's easy to obey the rules all the time. It's hard to do the right thing. So I would still argue that Qui-Gon gives slightly more fucks than Yoda does.
Okay, interesting.
I love how I suggested Yoda and you suggested Qui-Gon, and now we've like flipped sides.
Yeah, I know. I've got against my own argument now. I feel like, yeah, Yoda gives less fucks than Qui-Gon. That's my argument now.
Okay. I'll let you be the deciding one then, Faye. Do you think it's Yoda or Qui-Gon?
Yeah, no, I get what she's saying. I'd still go with Yoda. I mean, that was my first instinct. It's just once she suggested Qui-Gon, I kind of also thought, yeah, it's justifiable.
That's fair. Okay.
No, we turned it
Yoda is
arguments, like made the other one think differently there.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Whereas, you know,
too old
too old to
to care.
care. Straightforward. I like that.
Yeah, doesn't give a
Okay.
shit.
Doesn't have standards.
That's fucking Ray, isn't it?
Rose.
Yeah.
Rose
and Ray. Why Rose?
Well, so
What's
she
wrong
has a
with
crush on a
Finn?
guy she's known for about 3 minutes who won't actually talk to her very much, aside from let's go here, let's go there, and then decides that she's going to try and kill herself and him on the off chance that if it does work, she gets a snub.
I still think Ray is slightly worse because she's actively going after someone who's abusing her and telling her that she's nothing and she comes from nothing and trying to kill her at every opportunity. So
she does run away from. She runs away from quite a lot. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like there's quite a large chunk of the film where she's running away from him, and like her first response when his Force ghost is there, like, and they see each other like across the void or whatever, her first response is to try and kick the shit out of him. Like, it's only because she physically can't that it then kind of develops feels, I guess.
Is that not Stockholm
like
syndrome? Like, if you can't kill someone who's actively trying to kill you and then you develop feelings for them, like, that's not like.
Well, no, because she's not emotionally obligated to him. So Stockholm syndrome comes from the idea that you're literally you become dependent on them, and therefore you then grow feelings for that.
Withholding secrets about her family. He's like, I know your parents are. I know your parents are.
Everyone has. She doesn't know any different. I'm not saying what he did was okay. I'm not condoning this relationship at all. What I'm saying is, for her, she has always lived a life of complete distance from any kind of information. She's in the middle of nowhere. She's working bare minimum. She's been there her entire life. She doesn't really remember her parents. She just knows that they left her behind. She doesn't know why. She doesn't know anything. So when she finally has the opportunity to get information, and he does offer her that, he offers her that with a hefty price tag, but he does offer her.
He's a dick.
Which, but the opposite is Rose doesn't get offered anything. Like, no one asks anything of her, and still she takes the D.
Like, Rose, like, she, like, Finn's a noble guy. He cares about things. He's got a cute romance going on with his friends. Like, he's got good traits, and you can fancy someone without them fancying you.
but that's not.
Kylo has he's got zero redeemable features, and Rey is still like, oh, he's so fit. So,
but like, Rose doesn't actually
want to save him. For most of the movie, I don't actually feel like she's in love with him. I feel like she wants to save him.
She's got a project. She's like that girl that she dates the bad boy because she's like, I can change him, and it's like, no, honey, you can't. No. And then she does, weirdly. But with Rose, you say that like Finn's a nice guy. The first interaction they have, he's trying to run away. Now, admittedly, he's running away because he wants to help Rey. But that's not what Rose thinks he's doing. Rose thinks he's running away because he's a deserter. That's the first impression of him she gets. And she still fancies him. She's still all over him.
Someone deserting after they've suffered trauma at the hands of the First Empire, being a stormtrooper all their lives and having to shoot civilians, and now being thrust into the heart of the rebellion, is still... like, that's fine compared to I'm actively serving the dark side and would kill you if I got the chance.
See, I've said Rose.
I'm just saying, like, with Rose, it's the bare minimum. Like, it's lower. Whereas with Rey, I feel like it's misguided, but it's not low standards.
Yeah, exactly.
I love this. Not being able to beat up a Force ghost is kind of like not being able to block messages.
Yeah. Yeah. Or when they've discovered more of you didn't realise they knew all of your social media handles. So you think you've blocked them on Twitter, and then they pop up on Instagram, and you're like, for fuck's sake. The worst.
Anyway, I'm still going to argue that Rey has worse standards than Rose.
No, I think it's Rose, for sure.
Yeah, Rose.
I'll let you decide this, Sophie.
Rose.
Outnumbered, yeah.
Both the girls who have a massive crush on Adam Driver.
I was just thinking that. I was like, this has got nothing to do with Star Wars anymore. Absolutely everything to do with Adam Driver. Like,
I can't help it, okay? He's very
sexy.
tall.
He's so sexy.
I make no apologies. Okay. So just so you know where we are scores-wise, Yoda is on 4. Rose is on 3. Rey and Qui-Gon are on 2, and Princess Leia has 0.
Ooh.
So
one more to go.
One more to go. So the next one is builds a fort and sleeps in it for a week.
I mean, Yoda kind of technically does that.
He does do that.
He really does. That. That's exactly what he does. No one else would do that. He would do that. He did that. So Yoda is our first drunk, stoned, and stupid.
Well done, Yoda.
We're 50 minutes in and we're on the first round.
We'll move on to the next round to real. Yeah, okay. Adam Tall-Marine. He's so beautiful.
He's not.
He set up an entire charity to help other soldiers. He's a good boy.
Like, who cares? Like, he looks like someone made a Play-Doh version of a normal, attractive man and smushed it. Like, that's what he looks like.
Why have you got to be so hurtful? Right. The next one for round 2, we've got Jannah. I don't know if you guys remember who that is.
That one? Is that the...
She's from the Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, she's the female stormtrooper that escaped.
She's Girl Finn.
Yeah.
Girl Finn, yes.
Girl Finn with
probably
amazing
Lando's
hair.
daughter, let's be honest.
Yeah, that. Yeah.
She's basically just there so that people don't feel like Finn's a gay-coded character. That's what's happened.
Which he definitely should be. BB-8.
Oh. I hope we get... It's not called Dio, but I keep wanting to call him Dio.
BB-8. No, BB-8. There you go, Sian, your fave, Captain Phasma.
Yeah! I thought I've been spelling her name wrong, apparently, like this whole time.
What have you been spelled with an F?
I thought it was F-A-Z-M-A. Phasma.
No, it's Phasma. Yeah.
That could be her ghetto name.
Yeah, DJ Phasma in this house. I'm so tall.
We've got young Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so Ewan McGregor, Obi-Wan.
Yeah, McGregor.
I've got a sneaking suspicion he's going to win quite a few of these.
It's because he's a babe.
Yeah, but Yoda's not a babe, and he won the last round.
Yeah, that's because he's cheeky.
Yoda's adorable, though.
And the next one is Boba Fett.
Captain Fantastic.
Okay. So the first card is always wants to play stupid card games.
I feel like that's Boba Fett.
Really? I'd have said BB-8. I feel like BB-8 just wants to play along.
Because Boba Fett hangs out a lot in dens.
Yeah.
So I feel like he'd be used to the stupid card games and actually is rather used to them. So I feel like when he's hauling a bounty and he's like, do you know how to play Snap?
Yeah, I guess. What do you think, Faye?
Really wish that Lando or Han were in this round.
Yeah, it would have made it a much, much easier card.
Yeah, I guess I get what Sian's saying. There's no...
Yeah, see, I have active support.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because most of the audience is your family.
Every person here is my friend.
Yeah.
No one here knows me, so I'm against odds here. This is not fair. I'm just the person that once mentioned.
Don't worry, none of them would back me up if I was wrong. They've all got integrity, so they're all great people who would tell me if I was wrong about something.
I can't imagine any of the others particularly playing cards. So yeah.
Yeah, I put Boba Fett. I've given it to you.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one is needs to tell you how drunk they are. That's Obi-Wan Kenobi. That's so Obi-Wan Kenobi.
He'd just be like, I'm so drunk. I'm so drunk.
I feel like Obi-Wan would do it partly out of guilt. It's like, I'm drunk.
I'm so drunk.
I feel like he'd disguise it. He'd be like, I'm not. I'm a Jedi Knight. I uphold the order. I'm going to be on the council. I'm not drunk.
No, they're definitely.
See, you're someone you know.
I love that. I always think they're saying wobble fat. We should do a Pokemon one as well at some point.
I only know the original 150, so I'd be.
Well, we'll only do the original 150.
You clearly need to get Priscilla in on that one. She's the Pokemaster.
Pokemaster, absolutely.
Yeah, I'll give her my slot for that one because my Pokemon knowledge is somewhat limited.
That's fair.
And I'll probably say the name's wrong because I watched it in Spanish and apparently they don't translate well.
Yeah, no, they definitely don't. That Powerpuff Girl thing killed me.
Hey?
What's Pikachu in Spanish?
Pikachu's still Pikachu.
Okay. What's different?
I don't know. I've never.
Oh.
I don't know. I didn't know that cactus was different, did I?
No,
yeah.
I'm cactus.
But you know what's weird though is when you said petal, I still knew who you meant. Like I didn't even think that was wrong.
Yeah, Petal and Blossom made sense. It was the other. And what was Bubbles? Bubbles was something else.
Bubbles is Bubble.
Yeah, but
oh, okay. Right, okay. So it was just El Pica. I want an
Deadpool.
I really want to make El Pica merch now. That's going to be my brand.
Oh my god, that was brilliant. That was brilliant.
Oh, I love that. Okay, so who are we giving that one to? So who needs to tell you how drunk they are?
I'd still vote Phasma.
Phasma, Faye?
Yeah, okay. I'm going to surrender to that one. Why not?
Surrender.
Surrender. You were really argumentative in the first one, Faye. But this one, you're just rolling over.
Yeah, Jamie's time for bed, so she's like, "Come on, then." Like, yeah, I agree. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Because you might call me cactus if I don't.
Owned a Snuggie or a pillow pet?
A Snuggie.
I'd love to see Boba Fett in a Snuggie, but full armor in a Snuggie.
So
yeah.
What's the difference between a Snuggie and a pet pillow? Is there one?
I'm assuming a pet pillow looks like an animal, but it has like that flat bit that you can rest your face on.
That you fold over?
I assume so. Whereas a Snuggie is like the blanket that you put your arms through.
Oh, right. I can definitely see Obi-Wan at home in a Snuggie.
See, I'd have thought BB-8 because BB-8's, the one with the most childish personality. I feel like he'd want the Snuggie,
Like, he doesn't need comfort.
But also, like, what's the point of having a Snuggie? He might as well just have a blanket. He doesn't have arms.
Maybe he wants arms.
I can just see him having one, okay, guys? God.
He'd get the pillow, the pet pillow, but then he'd just like snuggle in it.
Just sit on the top of it.
Yeah.
Like,
how did you feel when Rey kicked BB-8 in Rise of Skywalker?
That's how I felt about it.
Yeah, speechless.
I don't know. Who would own a Snuggie? I mean, yeah, with Obi-Wan, it is basically just an inverted Jedi robe.
No, just imagine on a night off, he goes home, he puts Titanic on, he gets his Snuggie on with his hot chocolate, and he's just like,
fluffy slippers.
Yeah.
I was a good mentor today. In the meantime, Anakin's like off shagging Amidala, like, he's just a good shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Obi-Wan's just like, he's a good boy. He's a good boy. He gets on the phone with Qui-Gon and he's like, "Hi, girl, hi. I had a good day with Anakin. Yeah, I'm a good Snuggie."
See, I love that impression because the next card is a basic bitch. I feel like we're giving that one to Obi-Wan as well.
So I feel like no, he's not basic.
But you've literally just described the most. Oh, hey, go hey.
Yeah, in sort of like a cute camp way, not in a basic bitch way.
Okay. So who's the basic bitch then?
I feel like Jana is just by virtue of the fact that we don't know anything else about her. Like,
yeah, that's fair.
I don't know. I think Phasma with some cucumber slices on her eyes when she gets home. Oh
my god, yeah. No, Phasma's too badass. Like, no, she's cool. She's a cool girl. Like, she's anything but basic.
I mean, if it goes to like basic in the sense that it's just programmed BB-8.
I still feel like Jana is more basic than that because I feel like even BB-8 has more personality. than she has in that, because she's just played it off as the potential for romance for Finn and the potential for Dorto for Lando, and she doesn't actually have any agency of her own.
No.
But then so few female characters do.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Hashtag Star Wars did us dirty.
Right?
Yeah.
Carefully construct social media image.
Oh, I feel like that's Phasma.
Yeah. That's Phasma. Yeah, for sure. She carefully constructs every part of her image. Social media is just one part of
She has the shiniest armor. Like
the shiniest of armors.
Yeah, like she's got some little stormtrooper like outside her room, and he's like, "I finished the breastplate, Captain Phasma," and she's just like, "Do it again!"
I like that. Okay, buys dino nuggets.
I also really love the image of Boba Fett sitting on a Jabba beanbag as a private power move. Like that's so funny.
So come on, who buys dino nuggets?
I feel like that's an Obi-Wan thing.
Yeah.
Or BB-8, but then he can't eat them.
He can't eat them, so he can't enjoy them. But I feel like Obi-Wan,
his little round body against the dino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just rolls around, and there's like a dino just stuck to him. Like,
bless him.
I'm like, with Boba Fett, it's like, what's the point? He can't eat them until he's by himself anyway.
What do you mean he can't eat them?
He's not supposed to take his helmet off.
Is he not?
No, not Mandalorians don't take their helmets off.
Except if they're without their helmet.
Oh. I learn something new every day.
Because
you've not watched The Mandalorian.
No, not yet.
It's a great series.
On The Mandalorian. Someone said that it's not all on the UK Disney Plus yet, so I'm just going to wait until it's all on there and get a free trial.
They were doing one episode at a time, which was really annoying people.
Yeah. Like, if it's already out in the States, then why not have it all out here?
VPN. Sorry.
Pardon?
Yeah.
VPN. Oh, VPN.
Mm-hmm. Should have been a hippie in the 60s.
I don't know about that one.
I can't see any of them as hippies, really.
Flower power would be brilliant.
What's that, sorry?
Phasma in flower power, just like
she
flowers.
Was the first person that I thought of, but she'd be the person with the hose. Like, she wouldn't be one of the hippies.
Yeah, no,
one of the officers hosing them down.
No, I was going more with the visuals than with the personality.
Yeah.
Just like
BB-8,
I
think.
Tiara over her helmet would be quite epic.
Can you imagine somebody putting a flower in the end of her fucking blaster, and she'd just be like, "All right, I'm gonna kill you." Like,
that was ineffective.
Yeah, you'll be screaming for a year before you die.
yeah. Just because you annoyed me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going with Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan.
Yeah, I could see Obi-Wan.
I've already got him in his nuggie eating dino nuggets. Yeah. Like,
I feel like he's the most chilled out of all of them, and the most wants to be a pacifist but isn't. Like he wants to do everything diplomatically, but he'll be violent if he has to, kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could see it being Obi.
I really hope that we get young Anakin for one of these, because he's just going to win every single one. Like,
except any of the cool ones. He doesn't deserve a snuggie.
He's a babe. Like, I love him. Oh,
God. You hate Kylo, but you like young Anakin.
Yeah, I like him a lot. I think he's funny. Like, I love
she just hates Adam Driver. That's what it is. So it then makes it worse.
I think he's a funny guy, and I think he's a good actor. I don't have a problem with Adam Driver at all.
You just think he's got a squished face.
I have a problem with Hayden Christensen's acting generally. Sorry, Hayden, because I know you're watching.
Yeah,
yeah, definitely.
It's like you're acting.
I've not seen him in anything else, to be fair.
I've never seen him in anything.
I haven't. Jamie said he's in Jumper. Was it Jumper?
Yeah. Oh, I haven't seen that.
Jumper. That would be
cool.
Like Jumper. Yeah, no, I haven't seen that.
I have seen Jumper, but I don't remember him. He's the main character?
Is he the main character?
Yeah, he must be. Yeah. I haven't seen that film.
I clearly don't remember it.
It was just that good a film.
I don't have a problem with him, and I feel like, he did the best with what he had.
Fair enough. Okay, knows a little too much about Disney movies.
I kind of want to go back to Boba Fett. Like, I imagine he spends quite a lot of time alone between bounties, and he just like puts Disney on.
Yeah.
Do you not find it ironic that they are essentially part of Disney movies?
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
They just watch themselves. It's whoever likes looking in the mirror the most.
Just imagining like
watching The Mandalorian
taking a bounty in, and he's like, "Do you know that Jeremy Irons did the voice of Scar in the original movie?" And they're like, "Oh, really?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's very funny. It's a good. Should I put it on? Do you want me to put it? I'll put Lion King on." And then he just puts Lion King on, and they're like,
James Earl Jones, like, that sounds eerily familiar.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't really imagine any of the others watching Disney, let alone caring enough. But yeah.
We got Boba Fett binging The Mandalorian in his off time.
Yeah,
definitely.
Has bursts of compulsive cleaning.
I feel like that's a Phasma thing.
That's a Phasma thing for sure. Yeah.
But she doesn't do it herself. She just like angrily backs.
I want someone to clean my house now. I'm clean.
Yeah.
I feel like her stuff's always clean, but it could be cleaner, and someone else could be doing it.
I mean, you've just described my entire living situation, to be honest. It's clean. It could be cleaner. I want someone else to do it.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, Phasma for sure. Okay, so currently, Phasma and Obi-Wan Kenobi are both on 3. Ooh. Boba Fett has 2, and Janna has 1.
None for BB-8.
None for BB-8. Okay, the next one is watches planet Earth for 5 hours.
BB-8.
Oh,
we've just said that Boba Fett, literally between like bounties, like traveling across the galaxy, has loads of downtime, as if he's not going to spend 5 hours of that watching planet Earth.
I feel like that's a bit too serious. Like, he wants, like, there's a difference between watching Disney, like, if you just garroted a man and now he's bleeding out on your deck floor, and you're going to want to watch a bit of, The Emperor's New Groove or whatever. You don't want to watch David Attenborough be like, and the Stingray is going towards its young again. Like, so
I can see him watching Planet Earth way more than I can see him watching the Disney Channel. So I feel like he'll watch the Disney Channel if it's on, whereas he's got Planet Earth on DVD because he's like, well, I just really enjoy learning about the orangutans.
But we've already said he obsesses over Disney. You can't obsess over Disney and watch Planet Earth.
I do feel like it would be BB-8 more because he only gets to see where Poe takes him. So he'd just be watching it in sort of a sad way, being like, like
what was that sad little beep?
Basically, I've turned him into Wall-E. So.
Okay, I'll give it to BB-8 because you guys have said so, but I'm not happy about it.
I'll do it, but I'm not pleased.
Pre-gaming.
Oh no.
So gets shit-faced before everyone turns up to get shit-faced.
That's me. That's literally me.
Isn't that everyone in the UK?
Yeah, basically.
Not that one.
To drink.
Mm-hmm.
She behaves herself. That's not true because I have plenty of friends who are a bit boring and they won't even pre-game. They're like, "Oh, I'll just go to the pub," and I'm like, "What?
No, you got to save your money."
Yeah, exactly. You never get drunk at the pub. You get drunk before you go.
Absolutely.
I just go to the pub to judge everyone else because I don't drink. It's great.
You're a fun time, Faye.
I am when I'm sober. What are you talking about?
Fun time, Faye. That's what they call you.
That is what they call her. Yeah.
What Colin calls me.
Oh my god.
Oh. Okay. Who's pre-gaming the pre-games?
I'm not sure about this one.
See, I think it would be Boba Fett so that he...
Well, he'd have to.
Tactically. Yeah. So he's just got to keep drinking.
Yeah, he's got to drink because he can't take his helmet off when everyone arrives.
He can't take his helmet off.
Mm-hmm.
So he'd have to drink before.
Yeah. Pre-game's the pre-game so that he can be involved in the pre-games.
I will accept that logic.
Yeah, fine. Okay. Has revelations about life on a and then followed by bouts of crying.
Oh no.
Who's gonna be like, oh my god, life, and then cry? I feel like Obi-Wan Kenobi is the only one likely to cry out of this group.
I don't know. I feel like Janice probably had a cry. She was a stormtrooper.
I don't think that's because she's been thinking about the meaning of life, though.
No, that's true. It probably
Whereas
is.
I feel like Obi-Wan Kenobi has that thought and then starts crying. He then realizes what he did to Anakin to make him become such a bad guy, you know?
He didn't do anything to him.
Well, he wasn't supportive very much, was he?
Wow. Don't you lay that blame at Obi's feet. Like, I just imagine him in like a fucking speedster going around like where Naboo, like over the city or whatever, next to Anakin, and then all of a sudden he's just like, and Anakin's like, oh my god, not again. And he's like, what's wrong this time? He was like, I was just thinking. He's like, thinking about what? And he's like, just everything. He just has a little cry in the corner of the car, and then he puts Celine Dion on, and Anakin's just like gripping the wheel, like letting the dark side consume him because he's sick of this now. So,
I mean, it would make sense that then he needs to go home to his snuggie because he needs to relax and get the day's weight
with his dino nugs.
With his dino nugs. Control all of these bouts of tears.
Yeah.
Have you had what we're doing to Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Yeah, definitely Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'm giving it to him. Okay, next. Says they literally failed that test and then gets 98%.
That's Obi-Wan Kenobi, isn't it?
100% Obi-Wan.
Yeah, and which means Obi-Wan Kenobi is the next drunk, stoned, and stupid.
Oh, the Jedi Council. Right.
I know, sneaky last point.
I'm always a bit alarmed at how many of these things are me.
Yeah, it's scary, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. For our last group, then, we have General Hux.
Oh my god, what a babe. Yes, love him. Little ginger queen.
Have you heard that one where it's like, William Weasley, how dare you do
that? That's brilliant. I have not heard that, but I am amused.
Ben Solo.
Oh shit. So it's not Kylo Ren.
No. Kylo Ren, Ben Solo.
Ben Solo.
It sickens me that you're even making a distinction.
I mean, it could be pre Luke trying to assassinate him, Ben Solo.
We don't know anything about
it. It isn't, though. It's that half an hour gap of him being a good person before he dies. It's that Ben Solo.
All right, well, I don't know what to say about that guy.
He's sexy.
Darth Maul.
Oh, what a fucking legend! He's going to win all of these. I forgot about Darth Maul.
How can you forget about Darth Maul?
I just forgot about him among all of the fucking Ben Solo, Adam Driver, Kylo Ren nonsense.
I found him more terrifying than Darth Vader. I felt his portrayal of him was so scary.
Darth Maul is the Captain Phasma of the prequels. Like, absolutely amazing character who's utterly wasted. Like,
so underappreciated.
So, like, and Darth Vader. Oh, shit, we got Darksiders for days.
I don't know how I managed to do that, but I did. And then, so you know that I'm not like.
Oh no, we saw you shuffling for about 20 minutes.
I found it's been so satisfying just being like.
What if we get Kylo Ren now?
We don't. We've got young Han Solo.
Okay.
But this is not Han Solo from Solo. This is Han Solo.
No. Yeah, original trilogy Han Solo.
Looks like he swooped into the film from an Insane Clown Posse concert. Does it? He's not getting off black or white for it to be ICP. I love that.
I mean, it's not entirely wrong.
No, it's not wrong. But I don't know. Like, I feel like he doesn't listen to ICP.
We've got quite a Sith-heavy group with this one.
We do. It is very the dark side, isn't it? Except for poor old Han Solo. And I did sort of hope that we'd get like 3 members of the Jedi Council in this. I thought it would be like Mace Windu or something that won this one.
Yeah, but, there are Jedi Council members in my basket, but just I didn't pull them out apparently.
I love the sentence. I've got Jedi Council members in my basket.
I'll make a note of it. Oh god!
If every single one of them is Ewan McGregor, then okay. I was about to say Liam Neeson, but he's dad, so.
Okay, I've made a note of that one because I really enjoy posting all of the out of context quotes at the end. It's my favourite thing.
I love that you did that with the minge vacuum or whatever it was I said last time. Like
minge magnet,
gravitational pull for minge.
Yeah, it was just so witty.
Every one of those is like, what's the worst thing that Sian has said this stream? Oh, there we go. That's going on Twitter.
To be fair, it's not just you this time. So this time we've got Crumb of Dick, Rose Tico's desperate hunt for the D, El Pika, and I've Jedi Council members in my basket, which I can appreciate. Okay, so the next card then for the Sith heavy round. Spends all day interpreting a text.
That sounds like Hooks to me.
That's so Hooks. So Hooks.
What do you think, Faye?
Oh no, definitely. I'm not receiving that.
He's really worried about that text.
He's an informant, so he should have essentially been texting people. It's not very good at it. No,
and always interpreting it.
Hooks is definitely the sort of person who would barge into somebody else's room with a phone and be like, "Why did you just send me a K?"
Yeah. What did I do wrong?
I wanted you to know that I saw it. And he's like, well, I did see it. And he throws it on the floor, smashes his phone.
Especially to Phasma. And Phasma is not taking any of his shit.
Yeah. But he gets a K from Phasma and then he's like, oh, am I in trouble? Is she in trouble? Yeah, who's in trouble here?
Yeah, if it was a K from Phasma, I'd just eat it. Like, I'd be like, oh, I've done wrong. I'm about to die.
Yeah, I'm like, right, I've got maybe 10 minutes left to live. What have I not yet achieved that I need to do in 10 minutes?
Whereas you get a K from Kylo Ren and just be like, well, that can't be. He starts going on the floor, like, start slapping shit.
Or just him be like, fine, I am telling Snoke.
Yeah. Yeah, he gets a text from Snoke saying we need to talk, and he's like, right, doing the maths in his head, like, what could this be about? Yeah, for sure. Much interpreting. Okay, the next
Hooks is neurotic. So.
Yeah. The next one is make sure their friends get more fucked up than they do.
On a night out, like.
Yeah. Both. They're always throwing their friends to the wolves.
I feel like that's definitely Han Solo.
Yeah, Han Solo for sure. He always wants to make sure that he is, the least in trouble.
I feel like it would be partly like selfish reasons. Like he'd probably see someone really attractive and be like, all right, lads, you drink all of that and I'm just going to hang out at the bar.
I think it's self-preservation. I think more than anything, it's just making sure that he's one step ahead of the curve, He's a bit of an Aladdin.
An Aladdin?
I just think like, what's that song that Aladdin sings? Like one step ahead of the... Yeah, that's it. Yeah. That one. That's Han Solo.
I literally knew what you said when you were like Aladdin. I was like, that song popped into my head. It's like,
yeah, there we go. Psychonetic. There we go.
Yeah. You, me, and Boba Fett watching our Disney films.
We'll argue with anyone about anything.
Oh well, I would have said Kylo Ren, but apparently we've got Ben Solo, and he's the paragon of goodness. And...
He's not. He's a grey Force user. So he's not the paragon of good.
Hey, Force-user.
I've never seen this petty side of you before, Sian. I like it.
I don't like Kylo Ren.
Really? I had no idea. No clue.
How many different names you give him?
So Hooks is the most argumentative one.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I should have dressed as Hooks.
You should have dressed as Hooks, but I'm really glad you did the Padme makeup. I really enjoy it.
Oh, thanks. I just feel more like a clown. I've made my little dots too big. I was trying
No,
to put...
I think you look like an e-girl. It's very sexy.
Oh, thanks. It's the space buns. My sister taught me how to do them like literally minutes before I came on to
Yeah, I
stream.
messed mine up, and they were giving me a headache, so I've had to take them out. I was just like, that was too tight.
I was trying really hard, and she was on the phone, and she was literally just like, "It's easy, Sean. It's easy. Do you need me to send you a video? Just make it look like a flower, and then put a bobble around it. It's easy." And I was like, "No, you're not. You're making it sound easy. It's hard." And she was like, "No, it is easy. I'll show you." And I was just like, "Don't. It's hard."
That's really cute. Okay. We'll make out with absolutely anyone.
Oh my god, I feel like that's Han Solo.
That's Han Solo for sure.
Yeah,
he's a scoundrel.
He's a scoundrel. Oh, you need the picture of him alone. You don't need. You need the
steamy eyes.
Where's the Solo picture of Solo? Where's
the Solo picture of Solo?
There you go. So you need to keep him on display for this round.
Yeah, no Hannah, just Han.
Just Han. Hey! My nickname at undergrad was Han Solo.
Because you were single.
Because I was single, yeah. And because everyone called me Han for no reason at all.
Hashtag plugging your novel. That's yeah. Hashtag fat lip. Hashtag buy it on Amazon.
Hashtag there are still paperbacks available.
Hashtag you can order a paperback. Hashtag I didn't because I pre-ordered the ebook too early because I wanted to support my friend and then missed out on having the ebook, the normal book with cool wrapping paper.
Or did you?
Or did
I've got a whole stack of them waiting to be posted. So maybe
I don't think I could justify having 3 copies of your book.
No, maybe not. Okay, so we're giving that one to Han Solo, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, next card is it's a terrible influence.
That's fucking Han Solo as well. Yeah. Honestly, it could be Darth Vader because he literally tries to like seduce Luke over to the dark side.
Yeah, that's true. But he's not very good at it because Luke says no.
Please don't say seduce when it's like a father talking to a son. That's not right, Hannah. That's like me level comment, all right?
Okay, yeah. Who's the dark influence?
I don't know. I'm gonna put my eggs in the Darth Vader basket.
Darth Vader's basket, Faye?
Yeah.
Darth Vader basket?
She's Team Solo. You're gonna have to make a decision.
Oh, okay. I don't think Darth Vader's very good at, influencing his son, and his daughter just doesn't even come on board. So
I didn't even want her.
I just think, I think it's probably more likely to be Han Solo. I feel like he's a bad influence, but in a sexy way.
In fairness, he doesn't like convince anyone to do anything naughty either. Like, what does he do? Like, what do people do that they would do that's out of character with him around?
Oh, what, Han Solo? He manages to convince the princess who's trying to like run an army that she should spend more time with him. How's that not?
She still manages to successfully lead a rebellion. Like,
she's distracted.
No one died because of it, so I would say that's not.
She took her eye off the ball there for a second. He had more influence on her than her own Jedi father, so I feel like I'm gonna go with Han Solo. I could see him bringing, like, especially with like Luke's behavior as well. You think what a goody Luke was when he first, like, at the beginning of the films, versus when he's been hanging out with Han Solo for 3 films, and just like.
Yeah, that's true.
He's far more manipulative at the end than he is right at the beginning when he's a goody. So
that is true. I would argue for Leia though that it's not necessarily that she like doesn't want Darth Vader, like, because she's like, but I feel like she never really accepts him as a dad because she got adopted into like the Amidala family, didn't she? Like, so she's not like she had a stable family. She had people who loved her. Like she's had people that she calls her dad and her mom. She didn't have the same thing as Luke did, where this is the only father figure that he's got other than Uncle Owen. So I would argue that that's probably why she wouldn't come to Vader.
Not good enough, though. He's
a hard,
nice man. Why is the uncle not good enough?
Uncle Owen?
Yeah.
What's he got about him?
I know, but like when his alternative is Darth Vader, you'd think, actually, I'm doing all right for myself.
I got Uncle Owen. Or you got like Darth Vader.
Committed mass genocide.
The Empire. Answers to Palpatine, like one of the most powerful men in the universe, and Uncle Owen and Aunt Maru.
So Rose is better than Rey, because Rey kind of doesn't fully reject Kylo Ren at the end of the film, but Luke not being satisfied with Uncle Owen and thinking, do you know what, Darth Vader might be a good father figure, totally cool.
I don't think it's cool. I think it's more understandable. And by the same logic, like Leia had like good, stable family upbringing. Like she didn't have this she didn't have somebody saying, "Oh, your dad was a Jedi and he fucked up." Like, you know what I mean? Like she wasn't missing her parents. She had them from the start. Whereas Luke knew that something was wrong from the go. So that was my argument. That I can understand why Luke was more easily potentially turned than Leia.
That's fair.
Tangent over. She got her own planet. There you go. She literally got her own planet.
I think it's widely unfair, that division of the twins. Why couldn't this couple take on twins?
Yeah.
Oh,
that was weird.
Who separates twins? Aside from Pamela Travers, who wrote Mary Poppins. You don't separate twins. It's wrong.
Pamela Travers, who wrote Mary Poppins. What a scene.
That was such a weird,
that was strange.
Side plot point. I love that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Only texts in emojis.
I just have this sudden image of Darth Maul, but every emoji is the angry emoji.
Yeah.
See the exact same thing.
Like it's just always the red angry face.
Mm-hmm.
Or the red devil face. That looks like me.
I don't feel like he's that self-aware. I think it's literally just anger.
I could see him using the devil face though, and everyone else is like, is he flirting with us? And he's just like, no, it looks like me. Because like he has no awareness at all. And he just sends he doesn't send like a question mark, he sends that really thick red emoji question mark. Like,
oh my god, so intimidating. Yeah. Yeah,
and everyone's just like, and then he for some reason just sends like a random like that water like drip one, and everyone's like, what is that? And he's just like, oh, someone drowned, and they're like, that's not what that emoji is.
Oh my god, yeah, he just like an angry face and then the water drops and everyone's like an aubergine in there, like what's
it's like, no, I'm going to Naboo, I'm going to like kill some people, and they're like, oh, all right.
Yeah, he just doesn't get it at all. Like he sends a purple aubergine to indicate Mace Windu's lightsaber, and they're all like,
yeah, for sure.
Darth Maul on the end are very confused, like phone calls. Like, the heck are you talking about? Yeah. Stop sending emojis. I have no idea what you're saying.
He hasn't got a clue what emojis he's sending. He's just sending emojis. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, to him, like 3 angry faces is very different to 5 angry faces.
Yeah. Okay. The next one is, will blow life savings on space travel.
I had no idea where that sentence is going.
Huh?
I don't.
What? I don't understand.
Han Solo. She's not talking
to you.
I
thought you were going, hey. I was like, yeah.
You too.
No idea what's going on.
You know, the game we're playing, remember?
Yeah. It wasn't that. It was just about that. All I could see was you going, ha. And I was like, what? Ha. I don't know what's going on. Ha.
I definitely heard Han, but I thought she was talking to you. I thought she was mad at you.
I mean, no one would be surprised.
Yeah, no, that's
Solo. Yeah. Although, having said that, General Hux created an entire fleet of ships and a whole bunch of things to destroy planets, and then travel the galaxy destroying things. So I feel like he spent a little bit more than Han Solo did.
He didn't spend that money. That's Snoke's money.
I was gonna say that's not his money.
Well, he's budgeting it. He's the general. He's the one running the thing.
Yeah, but it's not coming out of
getting way too Last Jedi. We're talking about budgets in Star Wars now. Jesus Christ.
Okay. If you guys say Han Solo, I'll give it to Han Solo. That's fine.
There you go.
Like, Han Solo will go 100% broke for the Falcon.
Yeah.
I feel like Hux would not do that.
And he'd just send a bill to Snoke and be like,
planet.
Can't drive for shit.
Han Solo as well.
I can drive, surely.
I feel
Say
like
that again?
Han, he's the only one that could drive, surely.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
That was a joke.
I go with Hux. I feel like Hux gets driven.
Yeah, Hux gets driven. There's no way he knows what he's doing.
Solo. When do you see him driving anything other than a TIE fighter that he smashes into other things?
The Falcon?
I was going to say, doesn't he? I swear he drives, what are those, like, big walker things?
An AT-AT?
Yeah. I swear he drives one of those.
They don't look
an AT-AT. An AT-AT, yeah.
Are they not? I'm sure they call them an AT-AT.
No, they're AT-ATs.
AT-ATs.
No, all right. Like, is it an AT-AT or is it an AT-AT?
It's an AT-AT.
My husband is saying it's both.
I will concede that I do say ATST for the other ones,
right?
But like it's an AT-AT.
An AT-AT. I've never heard it called an AT-AT ever.
No, really
I've always heard it called an AT-AT.
I don't know. I feel like it doesn't sit well with my accent either. Like it just sounds like I'm spazzing out if I go
I'm not going it's an
Don't do that. That's what I do to my kids.
Yeah.
See, everyone else is saying both.
They've heard both. They're not picking sides now, guys. I've only ever heard AT-AT. I've never heard AT-AT. That's never been.
When does Kylo Ren drive the Falcon?
Kylo Ren doesn't.
No, but I thought when I saw Ben Solo and then Faye said that he drives the Falcon, and I was like,
no, he drives his little X-Fighter.
Yeah.
But that's
Ben
it.
Solo's, oh, right, Ben Solo. Sorry. I was saying Han Solo.
No, but I feel like Ben Solo was a shit driver. Like, because the only time I've seen him drive anything was when he's in that little, like is it an X-Wing or a TIE fighter? I don't know which. He's got like an Imperial version of it.
Oh god, yeah, maybe I've got it wrong. Maybe
I thought it was a TIE fighher.
TIE fighter. Yeah, no, it is. It is TIE fighter. X-Wing is the
like so.
Yeah, X-Wing is the other guys, the good guys, and then Rebels. yeah, that's it, Rebels.
So he's in
I'm really good at this.
He's in his custom-coloured TIE fighter, and he's smashing it off everything, and he's just getting really mad and smashing the controls about. And I just feel like he's a really shit driver. Like,
I think he gets road rage.
And an
I think he can have road rage, but I can't see Hux ever actually getting a license.
Yeah. Hux isn't driving anything. He's not flying anything. He's not risking it. He's being driven like an old lady.
Yes.
He's the Yoda of this round.
Mm-hmm.
So
Hux for sure. And just so you know, currently Han Solo has 4, General Hux has 3, Darth Maul has 1, and Darth Vader and Ben Solo have nothing.
It's because they're no fun.
They're no fun at all.
That they have the same amount of points.
It's down for anything as long as it's drugs.
Oh dear. Darth Maul to me.
Darth Maul's on drugs for sure.
Definitely.
For sure. Do you see how like red his eyes are? He's on drugs for sure.
Also, he can't stop moving around. Like when Obi-Wan Kenobi sits down and it's Qui-Gon Jinn, he just he sits down ready for his little fight, and he's just pacing about like an animal, a sexy red-faced animal. So like, he's clearly on speed.
I'm learning more about you now, Sean.
Darth Maul's off the cards. He's got a spiky face. He's like a tails crossed with an actual hedgehog.
I always think he looks like the singer from Prodigy.
Oh, I guess he does a bit, yeah.
That's what it makes you think of.
I'm so confused how we got from he looks vaguely like a hedgehog to he's sexy. Like I've never looked at a hedgehog and gone, do you know what?
Joke.
That's the second time now that Sian's like, don't make me explain it. It won't be funny anymore.
Yeah, double lightsaber glow sticks. He's out for a rave. Like, he's just gurning the whole time. Like, I also really love the idea of him being like the lead singer of Prodigy. Like, he's just going towards his like little spaceship, and he's like, "If I was in World War II, they'd call me Spitfire." He's like, "Go for it!" Like,
Twisted fire starter.
yeah, brilliant. Darth Smoke's Death Sticks for a whole like Hunter S. Thompson. That seems too elegant, but I can definitely see him lighting a cigarette off his lightsaber.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Breaks into own house.
That's Darth Maul, isn't it? He doesn't have the patience to find his own keys.
I don't know, I feel like Ben Solo and Darth Vader also apply to that.
See, I would have said Han Solo, because he doesn't know where his keys are anymore. He's broken into his house every day for the last 3 years. Do you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't know where his keys are.
I don't feel like Darth Vader needs to worry about keys either, because he just lives on the Death Star and all the doors automatically open depending on your clearance level. So he doesn't need to worry about keys ever.
I don't know, I feel like the Falcon doesn't have keys. Oh no, left my keys. I don't quite think that applies to the Falcon either. I was kind of just putting them like, if they lived in a house, Ben Solo would definitely lightsaber the shit out of the door.
I feel like he's the most likely to forget his keys and get angry that he's forgotten them. Chewie is the key, right?
That's fair enough.
If you have a Wookiee, you can get on the Falcon.
My cat has just brought ants into my lap.
Are they fleas?
No, they're ants. There's
Okay.
like 3 ants like crawling along my leg. And my cat has just sat on my lap for like 2 seconds. So that's the only place they could have come from. And now he's fucked off again. Like, he's like, I've brought you some ants and I'm away.
He brought you a gift.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Yeah, so you're giving that one to Ben Solo, yeah?
I think so.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. The next one is tries to act poor.
Oh. I feel like that might be a Hux thing.
No, he's definitely trying to act rich, surely. Yeah. Like, he's trying to, like, act up.
But Han Solo doesn't need to... He doesn't need to act like he's poor because he is poor. Like,
yeah. Even if he's got money, he's going to pretend he hasn't, so he doesn't have to pay back debts.
But then, arguably, could we say that Ben Solo is acting poor? Because even though he comes from a well-to-do family and a family that loves him, he's running away to join the an evil military.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I completely accept that. Like, he's a fucking Skywalker, for God's sake. He's acting like he's come from Jakku. So
yeah. Tinders.
Oh, that could literally be any of them. I think like Hux is a Tinderer. Ben Solo's definitely on Tinder looking for waifish young lady with no personality who will accept me for my flaws. I need a fixer, sad face with these fingers that people do now.
It's just so awkward. Like the most awkward thing you've ever seen in your entire life.
The way it's paced out as well. It's like, this is a long film for this to be going on this long.
Yeah. But to be fair, like, I think the reason I liked that bit so much is because that for me is the epitome of so many fantasy stories I've read where I'm just like, just kiss, stop with the hand holding, just kiss, just don't, and then because it's just like, and you're like, oh, no, still didn't do it. Tease.
Wait another film, then you'll
get it. Yeah, and then he'll die immediately afterwards because that's how bad a kisser Rey is.
Oh God! Like, we don't know anything about the quality of her kisses. Like, her kisses might slap. You don't know.
Kisses might slap.
Hashtag Rey, how do you kiss? Like,
I don't know. I feel like the kiss was also part of like the whole death seesaw thing that they had going on.
Death seesaw.
Yeah. Death seesaw. Yes. Like, so he died and then she died and then he dies and then she dies. I wish it had gone on longer. It would have been hilarious.
They literally just gone,
It's outrageous.
So who is most likely to Tinder? Who out of these guys is
I
definitely
feel like Han Solo, as you say, is a scoundrel. Like he's definitely on Tinder.
I feel like Han doesn't need Tinder.
No, but if he needs a quick hookup and he's between stations, he doesn't want to
Yeah.
go on there. Like he just
get their lookers off.
he just wants clunge on the dock. Like, can you wait for me at
like he's gonna have to go somewhere for it. So just show up at a bar. It's like, all right, you knickers off. Let's
that's so
go.
much effort. Why would you go to a bar if you can just go on Tinder and be like, I'm about to come into port, this is my face, I'm Harrison Ford, and they'd be like, okay, I'll be there. There's a queue.
I'm making you a t-shirt that just says "Clunge on the dock." That's happening. The moment this is over, I'm going on Canva, I'm designing a t-shirt, and I'm sending it to you.
Okay.
I think you should just do a t-shirt with all of her quotes so far that are vagina related.
They would all be to do with minges or dicks, like, and that is not even who I am as a person. No, it'd just be in big letters across the top, a sniff of gay. Like
a sniff of gay. Yeah. Yeah, I've given that one to Han Solo, which means young Han Solo is our drunk, stoned, and stupid for that round.
So we've got Han Solo, Yoda, and Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
Han's gonna win. My money's on Han.
I don't know, because it's young Obi-Wan Kenobi, like, and he is an absolute babe. So that's
I feel
where
like they're quite similar characters, so we're gonna have to. There'll be quite a hard debate, I think, between who gets what between those two. Whereas Yoda, it will be obviously like that. Yoda gets that one.
The other two go to
yeah.
Yoda.
Because we've got so many characters.
Just because of the cards.
Because we've got so many characters left over, is it worth me picking out two more or adding our favourite characters that haven't come up yet to this final round?
That would be exciting.
Yeah. So who's a character that you absolutely love that has not come up yet, that you would love to see play drunk, stoned, and stupid?
I'm right, because I've had Ben. So
okay, so you're cool. Sean?
Really? Like, I don't know who I feel like young Obi-Wan is my absolutely favourite character, or it's K2SO from Rogue One, and he's not in this. So
he's not in this one, no.
Even though I absolutely love him, like
he's fantastic.
He's so.
You know what? I will allow it, just because he's the only thing I like about Rogue One. So
yes, K2SO.
Plus, I know, I'm disowning her. It's okay.
Plus, it's Alan Tudyk. So
Anna, when you said he's the only thing I like about Rogue One, my husband actively just turned around with a proper judging face.
I can't. This is what I mean. This is what I mean. I start talking about Rogue One and I lose friends because I have so many issues with it. And
we'll have to have a 10-minute thing at the end of this where you list all of your gripes and me and Faye actively rebuke them.
Yeah. It's the best Star Wars film that's come out in the last 2 decades.
I love Rogue One.
I'm just going to pick you a random character, Faye, so that we can make it an even 5.
Is there no one you can think of, Faye, that you'd like to have?
I mean, I like Taika Waititi's character from The Mandalorian, but you guys haven't watched The Mandalorian.
I've watched Mandalorian. I've seen all of it. It's just Sean hasn't seen it.
I mean, then it's like Padme and Obi-Wan. So
I should have picked Padme, really, as soon as I'm repping her. Like,
who have we got? Yeah,
Queen Amidala / Padme.
Ah, there you go.
Mainly because it came open and I saw it and I was like, go on then.
Are you going to pick someone, Hannah?
No, so we've got 5 now. So we've got Yoda, Obi-Wan Kenobi, an ant, young Han Solo, K2SO, and Padme.
Let me make a little. I've lost my pen. Oh God.
Oh no.
I got it now.
Okay.
So we've got Padme, K2SO, Yoda,
young Han Solo, Yoda,
and Obi-Wan.
Cool. And the first card is would take the last parachute.
Oh no.
K2SO is not going to take the last parachute.
He would.
He would if he started spouting statistics.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, I guess.
By the end of the film, he's quite selfless, but I feel like initial K2SO would be like life.
Yeah, that's fair. He's done the maths and he's worked out he could survive longer than you guys could. So
survive a fall. You might not. Like,
yeah.
Can only make plans one day out.
I feel like that's Padme a bit. Like, if you're like, do you want to hang out on like Thursday? She'd be like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing in the meantime.
Yeah, but young Han Solo is constantly on the run. Like you can work out what you're doing today and tomorrow, and that is it.
I was gonna say, I don't think you can make plans though at all.
It just makes it up as it goes along.
No plans.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
For some clutch on the docks or whatever it was.
So who are we going with then?
I feel like Yoda might also be a good candidate for that because he'll just be like, no, not I do. Like, he wouldn't know what was going on. Like, he'd be like, who knows what Thursday will bring? Could be a rebellion, could be free.
I could be busy if war breaks out. If not, I should be okay. Well, I'll let you know nearer the time.
Yeah. Okay, we'll give that one to Yoda. I can see it being Yoda. Okay. Next one is peaked in high school.
Oh my god.
K2SO in high school would be pretty cool.
But he'd just be the same. He's not going to age.
No.
He's not going to mature. So it would just be that.
I just said he'd be cool in high school.
I feel like I sort of want to say Han Solo because he's attractive as a young man, but then he's not like, you know, when you get old. But then that's not high school, is it? Like he's still.
Because like high school Han Solo would be like the Han Solo from Solo, who is a lot less attractive than
bad casting choice
when he's young. So.
Can I say something controversial and say that it would be Padme? Because Padme as a young princess does more than she does when she moves forwards from that.
When she becomes a chancellor.
Yeah. I feel like she achieved more as a princess than that. And I feel like
14 then as well. Yeah. So yeah, you're right. Padme can have that one.
Padme peaked in high school.
She was quite young when she died as well. So it's like, you know.
Yeah. 24 or something. Grim.
Okay. Thinks they can freestyle rap.
Oh my god. I'd love that to be Yoda.
So Yoda. Have you seen I think it's Bad Lip Reading that have done that Yoda video where he's singing about the seagulls or whatever? Have you seen that? Oh my god, right. After this, I will send you the link. It's so weird, but it's so funny.
Why is there a bad lip reading? You've not shown me the relevant to my life.
That is savage. That's so bad. Oh my god. The younglings peaked in high school.
Oh god, that took me a while. I was like, what? I don't get it. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh god. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Dean said it's a bad lip reading, Yoda.
Yeah. So who are we saying for the rapping then? Is it Yoda? Are we going with Yoda?
Yeah, I would feel like Yoda would be the only one who thinks he can rap.
Yeah. Because Yoda
is obsessed with how they look in photos.
I feel like that's probably Padme. I
was going to say, Padme puts a lot of effort in there.
She's always fabulous. Like...
She totally has an Instagram aesthetic.
See, I could see K2SO being obsessed with it because he sees the intricacies of the photos of him, and everyone's like, "You look like every other droid," and he's like, "I do not look like every other droid."
I don't know. Like,
I'll go with Padme because it's two against one, but I can just see it.
Fashionable. Like she's literally like
so much effort. I mean, like her hair must take her a solid couple of hours daily.
She's not doing that herself. She has a team.
No, even still, just the effort of sitting there. I hate having my hair done.
I love having my hair
even
done.
when she doesn't have handmaidens, she's like fucking knocks it out of the park. Like you know that scene where she's with Anakin and they're in that like fire room or whatever, and they're, like talking about their future, and she's got like the sexy black choker on and the long black dress, and she's got the long hair with the silver bits in it, and it's like she did that just to have a chat with her boyfriend. Like she wasn't even going to do anything else. She's just like, oh, I guess
I'm sorry. If it was just going to be me, my boyfriend, and a fireplace, I'd be dressed up in leather as well. I'm just saying.
Oh my goodness.
That's not true. That's not true. I'm the most vanilla person on the planet. I just wanted to see if I could make Sian blush.
You wouldn't be able to tell through the foundation. So.
No.
She's got 2 little tiny blushes.
Yeah.
I got my Padme blushes.
Your Padme blushes. Okay. Could do a whole lot better.
Oh my god, that's Padme.
Yep. Bless her. Definitely.
Oh, bless her. She could definitely do better.
She could also do with better screenwriters.
Yeah.
Hashtag Natalie Portman was robbed.
They did her dirty.
They did her dirty.
Gets countless bruises, but has no idea why.
Padme.
Oh no! Yeah, that's Padme.
Oh no.
She was fucking slaying this round, and she didn't even like get in.
She wasn't even in the rest of the others. Yeah.
On the ground.
She needs 1 more point, by the way. Is pulled over for driving too slow.
That's Yoda.
That's Yoda. Yoda's an old man. There's no way he's driving too fast.
He doesn't need to hurry.
He has no legs.
He just floats in his little slow-moving floaty chair.
Is a little bitch.
Oh, fuck!
That's my favourite card. Is a little bitch.
I don't know.
Oh, I wish Ben Solo was in this round. Like, I don't know. I sort of want to say Obi-Wan. Like he's the only one.
Yeah, I feel like out of all of them, he's the only one close, isn't he?
He is a little bit.
Anakin was in this round.
You are the chosen one.
You're my brother, Anakin.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. There's a level of melodrama that is unsurpassable.
He is a drama queen. Like,
yeah, definitely the most melodramatic character in the entire franchise. It's like you do appreciate that the guy is on fire, and all you're doing is shouting about your feelings.
Imagine being that self-involved that someone you care about is literally on fire and you're like, this is about me.
I totally have more respect for Anakin now, and his only response is
Yeah, we are. He is a little bitch. He made it all about him.
Oh my god. Well, compared to our other lineup, like never heard such clarity.
I mean, to be fair though, like you can understand why Anakin went over the edge.
Yeah. Imagine dealing with that all day.
Oh dear.
Okay. The next one is fucking stoked.
I feel like that's Han.
Yeah. He's the only one even remotely excited.
Or potentially K2SO, just because he loves his life, doesn't he?
I wouldn't describe him as stoked though. I can't really see him as like
he's
that.
Stoically stoked.
Yeah. Okay. Would live at home if they could. So would still live with their parents if they could.
That's Han Solo, I think.
I don't think Han Solo has parents. Like if you look at Solo, he fled his entire planet.
Yeah, but if he could live at home and just be taken care of and have his bills paid, I feel like Han Solo would live that life.
He'd just sit in his room playing Elite Dangerous and being like, "Well, can I have a cola?"
I think he'd suit a sugar mama better than he'd suit parents, though.
Yeah, that's fair, but that didn't come up as an option. So
that's said though. And I was talking about
parents telling him what to do.
I was talking about young Han Solo, but in the sequels, I do sort of get the feeling that he's quite like restless with the life that he's picked with Leia. Like he sort of doesn't want to be in the rebellion. Like I feel like he sort of like longs for the stars. Like even when you see him and Chewie, they're on like a run. Like they're not they're not like at home helping the rebellion. They're still smuggling things. So I feel like he's got quite a lot of wanderlust, and I don't know if actually he would want to be at home. I've changed my mind, is what I'm saying. I feel like he's got a traveler's soul and he wouldn't want to be at home.
Do you think maybe it should be Obi-Wan Kenobi then, because he just wants to be taken care of?
Oh my god, yeah, he would just be at home.
I know, with K2.
K2.
I don't think he's got enough attachment. K2SO is such a sociopath.
But he is a bit about having to leave. Like she's like he is like he is moody about having to go outside.
Okay.
So, there's too many options now. There was none, and now there's too many.
Okay, we'll give it to K2SO. Okay, the next one was a fat kid.
Oh no. I feel like that's Han Solo.
Yeah, probably. Just that's why he keeps himself in like such good shape now and makes a point of flirting with people.
Yeah, all of the clunge that he missed in school, that's what he's pursuing it now. Like
I love how often in this stream alone you've said the word clunge.
I can't help myself.
Yeah, last time it was minge. This time it's clunge.
Yeah, she just absolute filth.
In fairness, we're talking about literal scoundrels. Like what were we talking about last time? Like Geralt of Rivia.
Okay.
What we should be doing by now is every Monday we let Sian inadvertently pick a word of the week, and then we need to try and cram that word into as many inappropriate tweets as possible throughout the following week until the next Monday.
We should do a bingo and see if the audience can actually work out which word it was that we're supposed to get Sian to say.
Oh no, I don't want a Sian bingo. It clunge, minge, D, like twat, like basically
slap,
if it's
slap's now one of your words.
Like I used slap twice today.
There's so many words. It's good. Dick crumbs. Dick crumbs.
Oh yeah, crumb of dick. There you go. If it brings in a crowd, why not? Like play bingo.
Well, I don't know how many more of these we can do, to be honest, because we're playing the same. Like, I've only got so many cards, so I feel like they're coming up again and again, even though I've shuffled them. So I feel like we've probably only got maybe two or more episodes of this left.
Unless we make our own.
Yeah, we could.
It's gonna have to be Game of Thrones next, isn't it?
It's gonna have to be. Needs consulting before posting to Instagram.
That's Padme.
Yeah, which makes Padme drunk, stoned, and stupid.
Well done, bitch! You came in at the last second and you won the whole thing. Like, oh, there she is.
I don't know what's going on with that hair, but yeah, there she is. She's ready.
It looks like, you know, when you go to the beach and you get like the worms that come up in the sand.
Yeah,
that looks like that. What that looks like. That.
It's really unattractive. So, are we doing Game of Thrones next week? Then is that what you're saying?
I'm down with that.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to do this technique again because again, there's so many goddamn characters.
Yeah, I feel like this worked out. I did like the wild cards at the end there. I feel like that spiced things up.
That was fun. Okay, cool. So we'll do that with Game of Thrones next week then. Well, thanks again, ladies, for coming and entertaining me.
Yeah,
I love having you as my co-hosts.
Good.
Brilliant. Thanks everybody in the chat. Like, I appreciate most of you are my people, but I love you all. And Priscilla, thank you for being here, and Sophie and Jet and Dean and Sarah. It was lovely. It was great to see you.
Cool. All right. Well, we'll see you next week then.
Bye.
Bye.